Hello everyone, welcome to a special video today. We just ranked Mythic today, April 4th, after 4 days of starting the month, and we are pretty happy with our progress currently. It's been a while since we have been in Mythic, mainly because we have been recording videos for you guys, and it's a little bit difficult to get to Mythic level while you're trying just to record some janky decks and just all sorts of different decks, and not all of them are maybe currently top 5 in the meta. So we decided to go forward this month and try to get to Mythic as soon as possible in order to be able to record while being in Mythic level. And we got there just after 4 days of the month starting, so we're pretty happy. We're going to tell you how we did it. So basically, we've been playing this AU Unsanctioned Red deck. This is basically mono red, and yeah, we've been playing this in best of 3. But other than that, we've also been playing rule aggro in best of 1. So the idea is, when we were at, for example, we started the month I think in gold 3, we ended in diamond 4 or platinum 1 last month. So we started at gold, I think it was gold 3, gold 2, somewhere around those lines. And while in gold, we played a lot of rule aggro, especially when you are at level 4 of platinum, diamond, or gold, because a lot of people are playing random decks at that point, and it's difficult to say how the meta is playing. But rule aggro is overall good in best of 1, actually pretty good, as you guys can see in other videos from the channel. Then after going to level 3 of any of these, at any of these points, let's say level 3 of platinum or level 3 of diamond or level 3 of gold, we then change to the red deck, which is what we actually have been doing very good with this mono red in best of 3. And then once we got to diamond 1, diamond 2, diamond 1, it got a little bit difficult at that point. A lot of people are playing decks, especially against mono red. So what we decided to do is change things up and play Simic Flash, and that's the deck that we used to actually get to Mythic today. So if you want to see the list of these decks, I'm going to leave links down below in the description for the Aether Hub deck list, and you can find those there. We're going to talk about this Simic Flash version specifically. I think we played something similar before, but just in case, let's go in here. Okay, quick reminder, guys, if you enjoy our content, if you think we are doing well, please leave a like, or subscribe to the channel if possible. It's free and it's a lot of help. And yeah, so okay, so you guys can see here what we're trying to do. We definitely have 3 copies of Aether Gust. This is protection against mono red, of course. But then we also have, just our good old Simic Flash package. We have 3 copies of Paradise Druids because we want to be able to counter things at the appropriate time. So Paradise Druid just gets us there, gets us to ramp to Nissa as well in time. We are playing 3 copies of Nissa. This is just kind of finisher with Hydroid Crassus, but in reality, the main good cards are all these counters. We have Growth Spiral as well, just to get us there in time. We want to be able to get to turn 4 to play our Knife Pack Ambusher and our Frill Mystics. So this is why we are ramping a little bit. We do have 2 copies of Brazen Borrower. That's pretty much it. I think you guys know this deck, and I think in the current meta is really good because just people are just playing so many different types of decks. And again, Simic Flash as well. Well, Gruul Aggro and Mono Red are just aggro, right? So, but this is really good. And then in the sideboard, we also have specifically 4 copies of Lovestruck Beast, which is awesome against aggro decks like mono red specifically, so you would bring these in. And then for the control matches, we have Mystical Disputes and Negates, as well as 1 more copy of Nissa, 1 more copy of Hydroid Crassus. And that's it, guys. So we're gonna go to this game real quick, and I'm gonna show you what how we play that game, and just how happy I was getting to Mythic number 99 today out of all days, day 4. Obviously, a lot of people had already, I think, been in Mythic level at that point because they started in platinum or something like that. But for us, it's a pretty good achievement just getting there so early in the month. And yeah, let's go look at that game. All right, guys, we are playing Simic Flash in best of 3 standard, trying to reach Mythic today. We are on the draw, but we do have a lot of nice counters, so we are going to try this. Not super happy with this hand, but I also don't think we should mulligan. Opponent's playing Temple of Mystery, so alright, that is somewhat a good draw. We're gonna play our island, since we can dispute something. We see a forest into Growth Spiral. I think we're going to dispute that and stab the ramp. That's nice. Alright, perfect. We're gonna go with Castle Ventures this turn. See what they go with next. We see a land, so this is banned. Okay. Aether Gust is actually really good here. Okay, we see a Temple of Mystery. Scry's Stop passes the turn. Okay. We don't get a land. That would have been nice to have a green source for our Nightpack Ambusher. Alright, we see tap land here, and opponent passes the turn. Alright, that's another Aether Gust. That's a little bit annoying. So, what do we want to do? I think we go next, get rid of Aether Gust. See what our opponent decides to do. They have to play stuff into our counters one way or another. You see a tap Temple of Garden. Okay. We don't hit the land. Pretty annoying. They go with the Growth Spiral. We are going to let that go and discard a Nightpack Ambusher. So unfortunately, we've been having to discard stuff, but the opponent could Mystical Dispute here. I think we quench or we negate. I think we negate. And then if they Mystical Dispute, then it doesn't happen. Alright, that's good. And we get the forest. So now we're onto something, guys. Alright, we see a breeding pool. They shock themselves to get away from a quench, I would imagine, just playing their lands. Let's see what's next. It might be like an Uro. If it's an Uro, I think we might let that go. They are leaving blue mana, so they might have some sort of counter in their hand. I'm sure it's not a Dovin's Veto. We would have seen it, I think. Although that is a very good card against us. Alright, they pay 5. Is it Nissa? Alright, we see Nissa. So what do we want to do here? Like, I think we Aether Gust and see what happens. We do have a negate and a Mystical Dispute available. Alright, let's do that. Alright, they just left it on top. That's fine. A Growth Spiral. That's okay. So they drew the Nissa again. Just tapped whatever, right? So I think we go Sinister. Let's see, I think we go Quench. Or it's not ideal. I guess it's not ideal. What do we want to do? I think we do Sinister Sabotage and see if they do have the counter in hand. They don't. Alright, that's good for us. We're gonna keep that land for sure. Alright, we are passing again. We see Teferi. We are going to Frill Mystic Teferi. They have a counter for Frill Mystic. We have a counter for the Aether Gust. opponent can pay. Interesting. Okay, I mean, yeah, we'll put it on top. So now Teferi comes down, but they have one card in hand. I'm assuming they're going to plus, but I don't know for sure. Alright, we're going to keep this. We're going to play our Nightpack Ambusher. See if our opponent has a way to get rid of Nightpack Ambusher. We see a land. Elspeth conquers that. Alright, that is the best way for our opponent to win this game. So they did manage to outplay us there. Interesting. We're gonna keep our Nissa. So next turn we can do a lot, but I wonder if we should just, I think we just frill Mystic. And see what happens here. Alright, that's a land. So that means we get to play Nissa and kill Teferi. They draw a card. Alright. Ooh, we can't play Nissa because of this whole thing. It is sort of annoying, so we will play Frilled Mystic again. They get back their Nissa. I mean, so they did pretty good. They had all their Aether Gust there, and they managed to get that going. So good for them. I would say that was pretty lucky. No blocks. Alright, we're gonna keep the Nightpack Ambusher. Wonder if we should just Nissa. I think we're gonna Nissa. If they have the counter, they have the counter. Alright, they don't have the counter. We are going to attack Teferi. Or we could just stay on defense. I'm not quite sure. I think we have to attack Teferi. Alright. So let's see what they have in hand. That is the main thing. If they have a Crassus, then this should be game. Okay, we see a land. We're going to untap that land. Attack Nissa, I imagine. Nothing happens. Okay. We get to Growth Spiral. Nightpack Ambusher, we like that. See what they have in hand. I think they have something in hand, although nope, they don't have anything. Alright, so this is fine. We are going to pass the turn, see what they do. They could just -8 Nissa, so if they have another Nissa in hand, that's nice because they get all indestructible stuff. But we're also going to be playing our Nightpack Ambusher, which is sort of nice. See how many forests they get here. Okay. Alright, yeah, that's enough. And what is their last card? It's an Arboreal Grazer. Okay. So, I don't know what are they trying to do here, like... Sure, your land is indestructible, but you're never getting past my Nightpack Ambusher, so... Alright, they're gonna start blocking with Breeding Pool, so they're hoping to find another Nissa, right? Like, that's their best chance. We create a Wolf. Elspeth Conquers Death gets rid of, let's see what. Alright, gets rid of Nissa. Okay, interesting. We are going to take this. Play another Ambusher. We get a Sinister Sabotage. That's nice, actually. We're gonna finish this game one way or another. We're gonna go all in. Sure. Sure, opponent, get rid of Breeding Pool. They're down to 3. We get to scry. We get 2 tokens. A lot more than what our opponent's getting. And we do have counters up, so yep, good game banned. Let's go to the next one. Alright guys, we're 1 game away from Mythic. It's only the 4th day of the month. What do we want to do here? I guess Aether Gust is great. Negate is fine. Mystical Dispute is fine. I think I want to go down 1 Nissa. 1 Crassus. 1 Paradise Druid. We want to draw our counters for sure. Like, that's definitely what we want to do. And I wonder if we should just go down 1 land. I think we're going to go down 1 forest. Keep it this way. Let's see if we can do this, guys. Would be awesome to reach Mythic today, April 4th. Okay guys, this is game number 2 against Band Ramp. We are playing Simic Flash. So we have some good stuff going on. Fortunately, we're missing our green sources, but I think we have to try this just because we have a lot of early game counters. So let's see if our opponent allows us to counter their stuff or not. Obviously, if the Fairy comes down, that's going to be pretty bad for us. So I think our opponent played well last game. They were waiting to allow their Fairy to come down, and they were able to get some momentum there. Alright, we see a Temple of Enlightenment. Opponent scries. 2 bottom, okay. Nice. We are going to start with our island. Pass the turn. This will signify to our opponent that we do have a Mystical Dispute. Arboreal Grazer, that's fine. So they're ramping properly this game. Okay, very cool. We are going to just play Breeding Pool. Pay 2. Pass the turn, so if we don't counter anything, we get to Growth Spiral, which should be nice. Let's see what they go for here. We definitely need to counter Teferi, so we have to be aware of that. We see a Fable Passage. I think they brought in their mystical disputes now, so we do have to be aware of them. Yep, so this is gonna be interesting. What do we do here? We can't let Teferi come down. So we don't have a choice. I think we just mystical dispute. If they have a mystical dispute of their own, then that's all we can do, really. We could also grow spiral, I guess. Alright, so they have to pay 3 for this, or they can mystical dispute it. They can do the same thing with all of these cards. So I think we grow spiral. We get a breeding pool. We're going to play that. Pay 2. And try to mystical dispute Teferi. Now we wait. Opponent should sacrifice Fable Passage and play their mystical dispute if they have it in hand. So the reason we did that is because at least, okay, Teferi comes down, but we get to play our Nypack Ambusher next turn and hope for the best. Obviously, if they have an Elspeth Conquers Death, ooh, Teferi doesn't come down. Alright guys, we're onto something here. Wow, Teferi did not come down. We definitely expected them to have the mystical dispute. Otherwise, what would you play Teferi into the counters that you know we have in hand? Wow, okay. Alright guys, I feel good about this one. Let's see, we're gonna play an island and pass the turn. Let our opponent make some decisions now. Do they have a land? That is the question. They might have another Teferi too, and they might just be getting these counters out of our hand. Alright, they are passing. I don't think... Do we play Ambusher? I don't think we play Ambusher yet. I think we play Island. Pass the turn. Keep Frill Mystic up. So we need one more land to cast Nypack Ambusher and also defend it. So if they do have a counter and Nypack Ambusher comes into play, counter, then we don't have much to do. We need to protect our Ambusher as much as possible. Obviously now we have a Sinister Sabotage, so that's quite nice. Still not going to play anything. I like the Mystical Dispute. This is a way for us to counter their counters. We're just going to pass here. I mean, obviously we don't know what they have in hand, so it could have been a good idea to just play Ambusher there. If they don't have a counter, then we get to steal the game. But if they do have the counter, it could be a big problem for us. We see another land. A Shock to Uro. Don't know if we care about this. I think we do Mystical Dispute and see what they do. Like, if they pay for it, then they're not going to be able to counter Nypack Ambusher. We can also just play Frill Mystic and start attacking. Oh, we have a lot of good options, guys. Alright, so we're going to play the Ambusher now. What this does is, if they... Uro comes down, right? They're going to draw a card. They can play a land. So if they now play a land, they could have countered our Nypack Ambusher. But thankfully, that doesn't happen. We're just going to attack. Point does that. We pass the turn, get a 3/3. Alright guys, they don't have enough cards in play yet for Uro. Scrying top. Okay, cool opponent, you do your thing. We see Teferi. So now we're going to... Let's see, if we Sinister Sabotage first, I think we Mystical Dispute first. They have to decide to pay or not. and then we can quench. Alright, opponent, what do you got? They pay for it. They can Mystical Dispute the Frill Mystic. Let's see if they have it. I mean, if they have it, they don't. Oh my god. Alright guys, we're going to do this. Wow. Alright, we're going all in. And the turn, get another 3/3. What do you got, opponent? They can replay Uro now if they want. We are gonna sabotage that. Could also just Aether Gust that. I mean, Shatter the Sky with a counter could be good. Guess we're gonna find out real soon if they have it or not. I think our opponent is under pressure. They are thinking a lot. And that tells me that they're trying to figure out how do they get out of this. Tamiyo is not really going to do it, opponent. I think they're trying to get our counters out of our hand. Do they have the Shatter? We see the Shatter. Well, we're going to Sinister Sabotage that. Yep, and that's game. Alright guys, we did it. Okay. Diamond Tier 1, Constructed rank. Rank up. Where are we? Let's see. Mythic Constructed rank. Alright. See what number we get. Oh wow, this is April, just day 4 guys. It's been a while. Wow, we are ranked number 99. You know, that's a relief. I mean, yeah, we're below the 100, so at least, you know, we got there. Awesome. All right, good game, guys. That was all for today. Please make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and click the bell icon if you want to get notified whenever we upload new videos. Have a good one.